Hello YouTubers, my name is Attila Mate from Blue Sky Photography, and today I'd like to talk about flashes and especially about HSS, high sync speed possibilities in Nikon or Canon or Sony systems. Now this is very interesting topic, and it is very hot topic, I can say, because there are a lot of photographers who swear that the only and the best option to obtain HSS is to buy the original, the branded flashes, the Nikon flashes, the Sony flashes, the whatever brand you are using. Now I think, in my opinion, that third-party flashes are also very good and very reliable. I'm using one kind of third-party flash since a lot of years now, and I am actually very happy with the results. So what I'd like to share with you guys today, the possibility and the option which is cheaper, and I can say it's the same good as the branded flashes. So this brand is Yongnuo. I'm using the Yongnuo systems, and what I want to show you today is how you can obtain high sync speed with cheap enough money and in the same time good results and reliable quality. I mean, Yongnuo flashes are very known about being very reliable and very good build quality. Sorry about that. So let's go and let's see how we can obtain high sync speed with a cheap enough system. So let's talk about Yongnuo flashes and high sync speed. So first of all, I'd like to show you the triggers. You must have a controller, and a receiver. Now these triggers must be HSS, high sync speed triggers, because normal manual triggers will not produce high sync speed. So obviously the triggers has to be, the flash doesn't have to be HSS, the flash has to be, it can be only manual flash, that's not a problem at all. But the trigger must be high sync speed. So this trigger, what I'm using at the moment is the YN622NTX. This is the controller, and I'll show you a little bit closer that you can see the controller. This is the controller. And this is the trigger, the receiver. I'll show you the receiver as well. And the flash is the YN560 Mark IV, as you can see over here. This is completely manual flash. It's not TTL, not HSS, nothing. It's only pure manual. So this is like 60 euro a flash. This is very affordable, and it is very good. I tell you, very good build quality, very good, very reliable. I never got. I think I use this since good few years now. But I never got a misfire on this flash. I mean, it is very good. I like it. I use this since 4 years, like I told you, but I've never had any problem with it. Now these triggers, they are about 60 euro, the receiver and the commander, the transmitter. So if you want to have two receivers, if you want to have two flashes, you must have two receivers and one transmitter. Then it will be probably around 100 euro. And then you have to pay another 100 euro for the two flashes. So with 200 euro, actually you have two flashes off camera with high sync speed. Now, what I want to show you now, one second. Okay, what I want to show you now is that it's actually working. So if I go on the camera and I will set the camera on 1/8000 shutter speed, I will show you that you see what I'm talking about. So here are the settings. One 1/8,000th of a second, f2.8, ISO 400. Now I will make a photo just from my kitchen, just like that, so you can see what I'm talking about. Yeah. So 1/8,000th of a second with this manual flash and the trigger. Let's see what's going on. Now I'll show you the results. There's the result. 1/8,000th of a second. Manual flash. Now, there is one very important aspect. The flash must be set on manual and must be on 1:1, so must be on full power. You see the settings? So it's on 35mm the zoom range, and it's on 1:1, so it's on a full power. So it's set on full power, because if you set on lower power, then the light, it won't be enough to cover until the shutter is moving up. So it will be a black line on the bottom of the frame. I can show you, so I will set now on the half power. I show you this. I set now the flash on the half power. You see now it's set on half power. Half power. Let's make a picture. And as you can see the picture, it's not good. You see? So it's only on the bottom, you can see a little bit from the picture, the rest is black. Because it's 1/8,000th of a second and the power was not enough to, the light was not long enough that the shutter could move up and down. So that's why is this. But if you set on full power, if you set the flash on full power, then the picture will be excellent, very good. So this is, I think, it's a cheap and it's a good option. Now there is a slight disadvantage in this, that you cannot actually control the power of the flash. So you have on full power and that's it. And that means that the recycling time will be a little bit longer. Now as you see, I will just fire, and you will hear the noise of the flash when it's recycled, because you will hear when the noise stops, that means it is recycled. Just listen to this. Now it's recycled. So it's like 3 seconds. Now 3-4 seconds, yeah. But now these batteries are not brand new, so maybe if I charge the batteries and I put them back, then it will be a little bit shorter, but still it will be like 3 seconds, something like that. So this is a slight disadvantage, that the recycling time is a little bit longer, and the power that you cannot adjust, but the power of the flash you can adjust by moving the flash further from the subject or closer. So that's not really an issue. In some cases this is actually an advantage, and I tell you why. Because the flash, when it is on 1:1 on full power, yeah, it is much more powerful than a HSS flash on a full power. And I tell you why. Because when the flashes, any flash will go in high sync speed mode, then the flash will lose the power, because it has to give a lot of small beams, you know, like that. And then in full power it's not able to do that. So it will reduce the power to about 60%. Maybe a bit more or less, I don't know exactly the amount, but roughly about 60%. So if a flash is, the guide number of the flash is 60, let's say, then actually that flash, it will be about 36 or 40 on high sync speed mode. So it won't be full power. You cannot count that, oh, my flash is guide number 60, that's a powerful flash. It is on manual mode, but when you go on high sync speed, that flash is actually just 36 or 40 guide number. So you have to think about that. So in some cases, this situation is even much more better because this flash is actually giving the guide number how much it is. So this flash is 60, guide number of 60. Then even on high sync speed, it will give the guide number of 60 because it's that's the flash, that's a manual flash. You know, it's no, he doesn't. I mean, the flash doesn't have a clue that it's in high sync speed or not. He just got the signal and fire, and that's it. So he will give the full power. So I did try this. I have a high sync speed and TTL flash for my Sony a6000, and I did try this theory on my Sony a6000. I cannot show you at the moment because I'm filming with the Sony a6000. I'm doing the video with it, so it's not possible to show you. But I have a Nissin flash, a small Nissin flash, which has guide number of 40. And when I put on Sony a6000 and I put on manual mode, that small little flash, the Nissin i40, I tell you that flash is almost as powerful as this big one on manual mode. But when we switch on the high sync speed, the power will go down. So it's not even close to this. Yeah, that's true that it is TTL, it's much more comfortable, it is true. But that small little flash, it's on the Nissin i40, it's alone the flash, it costs so much, like this trigger and these triggers and the flash, so even a little bit more because it's about 200 euro, and this is like, altogether it's like 100. So you buy 2 flashes or even 3 flashes almost with that money, like how much it costs only that small little flash. So this is the cheaper option, and in some cases it's even better. But if you have a little bit more money, there is a better option. The Nissin Air, I think it's the Nissin i700 if I'm not wrong, with the air commander. Now that flash is, one flash with the air commander is about 200 euro. So this combo, it's about 60 euro for the flashes. It's like 120 euro this. And here you don't have TTL and you don't have manual control, power control on the flash. But on the Nissin i700, you have the flash, which has a built-in receiver, and you have a controller on your camera where you can control the power of the flash from the camera. So you don't have to go to the flash, you just control from the controller, from the transmitter. You can control that, and that is about 200 euro. So that's not that bad. If you have a little bit more money, then you can buy the Nissin. But then you have only one flash with one controller for 200 euro. If you want to buy another flash, then that will cost you about 140, 150 euro. So it will be like 350 euro, the 2 flash and the controller. Unless here the 2 flash and the controller it will be less than 200. So it depends, you know, if you have more money, you can do it. If not, you can buy this one, and you can, I tell you, you can actually make a good job with this one. And I use these flashes since a long time, and because these flashes, the YN560 Mark IV, they have actually built-in receiver in the flash itself, but it's not HSS. So what I will do, I'll show you the receiver that belongs to him. Just one second. Now this is the receiver that, sorry, not the receiver, the controller, I made a mistake. This is the controller that it works with the YN560 Mark IV. So this controller will actually send a signal, and the flash will receive the signal without any receiver, because the receiver it's actually built in it. I will show you how it works in a second. Just change the Now, there we go. We have the controller on the camera now, and it will be now in manual, in full manual. So no high sync speed and no TTL over here. But in this case, you can control the power of the flash from the camera. So I can control from my camera, even if I have 3, 4, 5 or even more flashes. There are 3 groups. One second. I just tell you now in a second. Group B, C. Yeah, there are 3 groups, and it can control like I don't know how many channel. A lot of. I don't know exactly now. I don't want to say something. It's not true. But I use usually with 2 groups, so I never use more than that. So in one group you can have 2, 3, 5, 6 flashes, doesn't matter, they will have the same power. So you can set the power separate on the group. So if you want to have one flash in full power, one flash in half power, you have to set that in different groups. So the flash you must put in the RX mode, and yes, it is in RX mode, so let's test it. It's working, yeah, on 1:1. So I just pull off the power of the flash to be on 1/4 of power. So as you can see over here, look. You see, it's almost instantaneous on 1/4 of the power. So it's not a problem at all. Now, obviously, the power is not the same, and just 1 second now. I change the shutter speed. I go down to 1/320th of a second, and it is still good. I mean, in my kitchen now, it's very there is no light at all, almost just these lights, the video lights, and it's good. So if you want to get cheaper option and flexibility, then you can get this flash with this controller. Then you don't have high sync speed. Sorry, this is completely manual, but it's very handy. And I tell you, it is great. I mean, I worked with this since long years, and I never missed a shot with this, you know. And the build quality is excellent. I mean, I don't have any problem with the build quality. I'm very happy, you know. I think if you get a Sony flash or Nikon flash or whichever and put near this one, you don't really see the difference. I mean, it's the same quality. So I'm very happy with it, and I hope it was helpful to you, and I hope that you will make a wise decision. I hope that you get some information from this. I just wanted to show you how I do. If you think that you have a better option, please let me know, because I'd like to know about it. I always like to learn, you know, because we learn until we die, and still we die not too clever. Let's be honest. So we have what to learn all the time. So if you think you know a better option, please let me know, and I'd like to hear about it, and I'd like to use it, because obviously I want to use which is better for the less money. I know that there are much comfortable and much better options, you know, but they cost like 500 euro or even more. So I just want to tell you guys a possibility where it's cheaper, but you can do the job, you know, with this, you know, because if you have a lot of money, then obviously you can buy whatever you want, so it doesn't matter how much it costs. But if you don't have a lot of money, then you have an option here which is actually good enough, and I would say that you can do 100% professional quality job with this. It might be a little bit more of work. I mean, you have to think a little bit when you make the shot, and you have to adjust the flash by bringing back or forward, you know, not from the controller. But that's only minor issues. I mean, you can do that. So if you don't have money, with these options you can do the job obviously without any problem. So I hope that it was helpful to you guys. If you like it, please like and subscribe and share my videos, and I hope that you will have a lovely day, and see you later.